This episode of Hak5 is brought to you by GoDaddy, Netflix, and Squarespace.
Hello and welcome to Hak5. This is our New Year's Eve episode, and yes, we are those people that still have our tree up.
All right, so we're not drunk, but hopefully you guys are.
Wait, no, we're keeping that?
Sure.
Okay, we're keeping it.
So we're not drunk, but hopefully you are. Welcome to this New Year's Eve episode of Hak5, the first one ever.
Oh, it's great.
Wow. Oh yeah, I guess we haven't had we really didn't do much specials when we were like month late.
Yeah, we haven't had a stupid show. Can this be stupid show?
No, we got great content.
Why
Yeah, we
not?
do.
All right.
It can be stupid.
We've got,
and
Well, you're on
educational.
it, so.
Well, a-hole.
So what's been going on with you this week since, Christmas? Did anything good for Christmas?
Yes, I did.
Oh yeah, me too, dude. That thing.
Amazing.
I know.
Dude,
Yeah. And did you see Snubs when she put it on? Oh, I got both of them. I strapped them to my arms.
well, I mean, it's...
We're still. It's Friday. Yeah.
We haven't taken the Christmas
It's
tree
December
down,
19th for us. But trust me, somewhere right now we are happy.
Yes.
And drunk.
Yes. No matter when you watch this.
Very
We're
drunk.
having a party with you. You just can't see us.
In fact, if you just tune into hackhouse.com,
Yep.
you could probably see Party 2
There
right
you go.
now.
There you go. Why not?
Yes.
Everybody's invited. So we are going to go ahead and
Wow, you're totally brain farting. How
Yes.
about we find out what's going on with the LAN party that is right around the corner?
yes.
Woo! Yeah, dude. Jason's back, by the way. He doesn't have a mic right now because we only have 3. Just thought I'd let you guys know why he's standing here with nothing to say.
I'm Jason, and
Well, I said you could just
as you can
just
see,
lean
I-
down.
I
Just
can-
talking to her chest. It'd be good.
You could talk in it
I'm just gonna stand here going
here.
this. This would be
the
good.
entire time.
The whole time.
So do you like Quake 3?
I love Quake 3.
Good, because we're gonna play some Quake 3.
That's awesome.
Yeah, we're playing on January 10th.
I don't want to look down.
We're
Just
gonna
don't
play
look down.
January 10th, q3.hack5.org.
But the mic's over there.
Quit staring. I'm just kidding. Dude, you're awesome. You're awesome, man. It's all right.
Thank you.
I'm sorry. Whew. All right. What were we talking about?
Quake 3.
Quake 3.
Quake 3.
Quake 3. That's right. I'm ready to own up some bitches. I'm sorry. I know we decided not to say owning anymore, but I like owning.
Hold on.
Darren, you ready?
Wait, we're
you
sober? I can't believe we're this sober.
We are.
Okay, anyway.
can't
keep
talk.
going.
Okay. Shh. Sponsors. Netflix, thank you for sponsoring another episode of Hak5. With Netflix, you can rent over 90,000 titles online, including lots of Blu-ray titles, with free shipping both ways to and from your home. They now have over 40 shipping centers, so almost all deliveries happen in just one business day. Plus, use Netflix plans starting from $4.99. And as a new member, you can get a no-risk 2-week free trial membership. Check it out at www.netflix.com and /Hak5. And please don't forget the www. Next, we're going to take a break and we're going to throw it over to you guys after that.
All right, guys. So Jason Appelbaum is here from Georgia, helping us out. You are the creator of the very world-famous
Missile application?
missile application for the Striker 2, which has an integrated laser beamy thingy on it
With a webcam.
with the webcam. And why not use the best of both worlds and let's do laser range finding?
Yeah, laser range finding. Well, what we got here is just, like I said, your basic Striker 2 with a webcam attached, except for this time we're running a little bit of different software on my laptop here.
Okay.
We got a little bit of, as I can control this.
It's all right.
Yeah.
Okay, there we go.
There we go. All right. So as you can see right here, it says the range, -72 centimeters. We're not. It's not behind us. It's not inside of us. That's obviously wrong.
Ooh.
The thing inside of us,
That would be kind of nasty.
it would be painful.
A little bit.
Like one of those bad teleporter
We'll have
accidents.
to try that later on.
Next project.
when we won't feel anything
Yeah.
because we're going to be hammered.
Hopefully. So what it's doing right now is it's tracking. As you can see, you got a little bit of a red line right here.
Okay.
And a red line right here. So it's tracking. It just has the wrong distance.
Right.
So what I'm proposing is we rewrite this using the same sort of concepts, except we're better and working. This application is very, very old.
You said it's like 3 years old or something.
3
like
years
that.
old. It's probably older than that because it's using an SDK that's actually stopped working in 2000 or stopped being developed in 2004.
So basically, Jason and I sat and we were like, okay, I suck at math. He doesn't really, but I know enough to be a little dangerous.
I had a calculator.
Okay, so there you go. We cheat. It's cool.
It was a good calculator too.
Exactly. But what we're gonna do is actually you, not me.
I'm not gonna help.
F that. You're on your own there, kid. He's actually gonna rewrite it and make it work.
Imagine that. Well, I was really thinking we could just tie it in to the already existing application.
Okay.
So what we got here is how this works. So you got the CCD is a X amount of pixels in length. So the laser hits the CCD coming off the wall. As you can see, this red line is the laser reflecting off the wall, and the higher it is on the wall, the taller, the more it adds to the height. So the actual equation is the distance equals the height over the tangent of the angle which it hits the CCD. I know that's a lot to take in. It'll all be in the show notes. So what you have is...
A guest who does show notes.
I figured I could at least write them and do half the battle here.
Awesome.
So you have, like I said, you have plus or minus. So you've got your two planes, and all this is basic trigonometry. You know, wow, basic trigonometry. I can't even remember. A squared plus B squared equals C squared.
Right.
And you're trying to find the D distance here. But the problem becomes is once the CCD, once the laser reflects at a certain point at the CCD, once it reaches the max, it can't go above that or tell the distance. So on we did some math and we came up with a 1.3 megapixel CCD at 100 ppi, which is pixels per square inch. And that comes out to being, what was it? It was 33 centimeters, which is just...
Yeah.
Yes, 33 centimeters.
33 centimeters.
So anything within 33 centimeters and the wall, or the laser and 33 centimeters, that's not going to pick up because it's at the edge of the CCD and it's just going to register all funky. So to compensate for that, I had this really cool idea of adding a second camera at a higher angle, so you just basically change the angles.
Right.
So we're going to end up with a 2-camera setup. Hopefully it'll pick up a little bit of the close range and bring us into, a good foot.
The other problem with this is there's quite a bit of math involved.
Yes.
So what we actually figured out is we're actually going to create a calibration button.
Yeah, definitely.
Which would be a whole lot easier.
Well, yeah, because what you can do is just, kind of put your hand up and go, okay, this is at 15 feet or 5 feet, and just hit calibrate, and there you go.
I like it.
Locks it in, it's real simple.
So, do you have a website?
I do a website. You can check me out at jasonappelbaum.com.
All right. Well, Jason, it looks cool. I mean, the application that, this 3-year-old application, it's like, I got a crosshair, but it just doesn't work. So I want to fire some missiles, and let's get that working.
Definitely.
All right, cool. Well, we are going to kick it over to Darren and Shannon for trivia.
Actually, we don't have any trivia this week.
The time warp. That time warp. But that's okay.
It says trivia on my paper.
You know what? Forget the paper. Forget the paper.
I was actually
We're doing
wondering that
something
myself.
different this week.
All right.
No, yeah, we're not doing the trivia. Sorry, guys. We decided to pick it up again in the new year since it's December 31st. Woo! We're gonna just start again next week. So this week, we're gonna share a wallpaper with you. This one's by, I'm sorry, I stroked the TV. God, that's horrible. It's by Advent Spirit. Thank you very much, Advent Spirit. And if you guys, want to share one of your wallpapers with us, go to the forums at hak5.org and go down to the community images and, put them all right there. We got tons of cool ones in there, especially if you want to download your own. And our sponsor for our wallpaper this week is GoDaddy. Starting at less than $5 a month, web hosting from GoDaddy.com includes 99.9% uptime, 24/7 support, and free access to GoDaddy Hosting Connection, which is the place to quickly install over 50 free applications like WordPress, Joomla, Drupal, OSCommerce, and more. And if you want to make an impact online, GoDaddy.com has what you need. .com names as low as $1.99, plus world-class hosting, fast and easy website builders, and much more. And if you use code HAK1, you can get 10% off any order. Some restrictions apply. See the website for details, and get your piece of the internet at GoDaddy.com. Next up, Matt and Darren are going to be talking about, or no, not Matt and Darren, it's going to be Chris and Darren. Chris is back, yay! Chris and Darren are going to be talking about some data recovery tools for you. Stay tuned.
So Chris, back in action, ready to do some data recovery.
Yes,
How about
back
that?
from Sands.
Yeah, how was that, man?
Oh, it was great. I learned a lot. Like I told you at the intro of the show,
Yeah.
I should have been
Oh, come
slapped in
on.
the face. No, I'm just kidding.
Come on.
No, I mean, you know, you're always a constant learning experience and everything. So I mean, you know, you
I learn
can't ever.
something new every Hak5.
Yeah. So
myself and technology.
So the first thing I want to kind of show people is this awesome new wallpaper.
Wait a minute, there's wallpapers. Are you trying to sneak one in there?
I am.
All right.
No, but anyway, I'll
So
minimize this.
so if you accidentally deleted that wallpaper, maybe we could recover it, right?
We could. So I'm going to show you. I actually went and did this outside of the VM because it was easier. But what I did is, you'll see in my forensics folder here, I have a whole lot of stuff here, but I made 2 USB key images.
Okay.
All right, and I just used DCFLDD. It's like DD, it's just better. It's recompiled. It's got some better
Sure.
stuff in it. And there's actually one now that I'm going to talk about in the next segment, in the next episode, once I actually use it, called D3CDD, which is even a better version of DD. So I don't know. I guess
just
DD
makes
just
images.
keeps getting better and better.
That's open source for you.
So yeah, it just makes a raw image of a.
So what are these 2 USB key images?
Okay, it's I took this USB key right here, and I made. It's got some random files on it from a long
Whatever.
time ago because this has been at your house for a while. So who knows? Maybe it's got some. Maybe I shouldn't have plugged it in.
Well, I'd just be worried about the SanDisk one.
Yeah, that's the one that I want to be
Anyway,
worried about.
whatever.
So I made 2 images. The first image is is just static, stuck it in, imaged it, didn't do anything to it. And the second one, I deleted files off of it and then imaged it.
Great. So we've got a before and after.
And if you look here, the file sizes are the same because you know the DD just does the whole entire thing.
Oh, right.
Deleted
so
space and all. You know.
So how big is this actually? Let's see.
It's about-
I don't read kilobytes that
Yeah,
well.
right. It's,
1.86 gig, both of them.
Both
so
of 'em.
it's a 2 gig drive
Yep.
basically.
So what we
we've got all
do
of it.
now is so we first of all we want to see what's going on with this drive, and one of the tools that we can use to do this is let me just scroll up here a little bit. Oops, I made this a little
Too big?
A little too big. That's what happens when you make your command windows big. So I want to do this program. It's a little program part of the Windows Sleuth Kit called FLS, and I'm kind of skipping forward as to some of the stuff because.
Now let's see it in action, and then
So-
we can go back in theory later.
So this is what FLS will do. FLS, and I'll run it on the normal key first. So on the normal key, everything's there.
Okay.
Right? You
So
know.
we've got some. We've
And
got our boot
this
manager,
password file wasn't there yet because I created it and then deleted
executables.
it.
Okay.
Random stuff. So then we do this second one, and we see these stars.
What do the stars mean?
The stars mean it's unallocated. It means the file was deleted.
Okay, unallocated as in we can overwrite that.
Yes.
So that's just so
Yes. So that space that these file took up could be taken by something else now.
right.
And if from file system to file system.
Would it still show up as unallocated if it was already overwritten?
The cool part is, see that number 12 right there? Number 12, 16, and 19?
Yeah, sure.
Those are called inodes.
What's an inode?
An inode is basically a pointer, okay? It says this is the cluster sector, forgive me, I'm a little
Sure.
the
Sure,
terminology.
but the area on the disk.
It's the area on the disk where that file resided or still resides. So an inode can be reused, but what happens is it usually takes a number of writes before that inode gets reused.
okay.
So you can theoretically.
So it's just like a variable to something, but the content of which can change.
So the stuff's
to
still there.
oversimplify.
So what this helps you do is, once you take that inode, and what I did here is I did an istat on it, just without any options, and I want 19 because I want that password.
Okay, so we specify 19, and what does that iStat program do?
Okay, iStat goes through and tells you what sector that inode starts at on the hard disk.
Oh.
It says, it'll say not allocated. It gives you some file attributes, when it was written, accessed and created. And it'll also give you the 8x3, 8.3 file name.
Sure, with the squigglies in Windows.
Since this is a FAT32
Sure.
image, of course. Obviously, with NTFS and everything, it's a little different.
Yeah.
So that tells me, okay, I started at sector 8320.
Right, what is that? Okay, so that's where it starts.
That's where the file starts.
So great, so let's go recover sector 8320,
Okay.
and then we're done, right?
No, we have to figure out how much the file spans.
Okay, so how big is each sector?
Each sector, well,
In this
if
file
we
system.
actually go through and we do FSstat on this, and this is going to, oops, let me do it more. Spat out a little bit more than I wanted. So what this does, it tells you everything about the file system. It tells you it's FAT32, the OEM name, all that stuff. What we really are looking for here is the sector size and the cluster size.
Okay, so sector size 512,
512.
cluster
That-
size 4 kilobytes per
cluster.
Per cluster. Okay.
So what that means is, since we're looking for 8320, we want it to fall. So here it says cluster range is 2 to 40, 49, 201. So that's all the available space that you could have, because the root directory takes up the first couple. Well, actually have your
So we know that
sector
it's
boundary.
at least 4 bytes.
Yep.
We know that this, because it can't be any smaller.
Yep.
That's the
the
minimum.
file is at least 4 bytes.
Okay.
So what we do is we run a program. Let me just quit out of this. We run a program called the iStat program again. And this time in iStat, you can specify blocks. So you can
Okay, so
start
the
counting up.
TAC B.
Yep. And what I did is I started with just one, and that's just 8320.
8320,
So one block is that. That's
Okay.
one block. 2 blocks, I get 8321.
So
now I'm
are
getting
they
somewhere.
always sequential?
Yeah. Once you find the file, it's going to happen.
Oh, I see.
But well, actually, it's not always sequential. If
really?
the drive's fragmented,
That makes
you
sense.
can find fragments in other spaces and have to put
That
them
must
together.
make putting it back together even more difficult.
It's a little difficult.
All the
So
king's
eventually
horses
we
and all the king's men.
yes, eventually we go up to the number 8,
Mm-hmm.
and we find that those are our 8 blocks that put this file together.
What led you to believe it was 8?
I just kept going up. There is actually a way to do this if you have a spreadsheet and it's a little bit of time in your hands and a calculator and a hex editor, but
So based on the size of the file, you can figure out how many.
yeah,
it was.
based on the size, based on the sector size, the cluster size, and the actual inode.
Got
you
links
can-
to that?
Yes,
Great.
there's going to be links to the
Sweet.
Forensics Wiki, Sleuth Kit, and in the next part, we're going to actually show you how to make this stuff. You don't even need to do this. You just run a program called Foremost, and it
Well,
just
we just
carves
had to
files
run a
out.
program. So why don't we just run the program?
But it's nice to know how
this
this
is really
actually
interesting
happens.
stuff. So next time, are we? You're going to show us how to extract this using Linux?
Yeah,
What's
I'm going to
the
have a Linux
game
VM
plan?
set up, and we're going to use Foremost because Foremost is mainly Linux tool. I think there are some Windows binaries out there, but I didn't see them. So, but
Sweet.
we're going to set up Foremost in Linux, and we're going to actually carve out some data and use a couple other programs too to show you how to.
Looking forward
how
to that.
How to
All right,
recover
tune in
it,
next
so.
week for that. Okay, cool. Well, I'm going to go wrap this up with Matt, and see you next week for the next segment. Looking forward to it.
All right, guys, so we are here with D Money,
Yeah.
and we are getting ready to wrap this shit. But what we want to do is we want to thank the guys over at Squarespace for creating an awesome web publishing system. So if you're using WordPress and you're like, wow, this is a fucking pain in the ass to constantly update and do all this crap with, Darren's going to show you some nifty Squarespace foo. Right, D?
Yeah, let me show you right here. Squarespace, it's super simple because when you're editing your site, it's just like you're on your site. So here it is what you guys see for the Hak5 LAN party, but if I just click the little button up at the top here after I log in, I see like all these new entries set up here. What I want to show you is how simple it is to create a forum. So basically you go into navigation mode and you add a page.
Okay.
And you don't have to go into backend, blam, you get this little, here's all of your options. So you can add a picture gallery, you can add Amazon wish list. Or,
This is all pre-populated by Squarespace.
yeah, you just fill in the blanks. You can add links, file storage, like a Google Maps type of dealy.
Wow.
Discussion, guest books, file drop. I've got I've used like a lot of these. The one I want to show you how super simple it is to set up is discussion. So I'm going to create a new discussion page over at the Hak5 LAN site.
Okay.
So I choose this, and now I'm going to call it exchange friend codes. See, so now we have a special place right there on the site, so you can exchange your friend codes, whether you're on like a Wii
Hak5
or
or
Xbox
your
360,
Xbox 360
yeah,
gamer tags.
PS3, whatever, right? So then I just choose discussion options. Do I want to, how do I want to sort it? I'm gonna go with the default items per page 25. That sounds good. I mean, really, what else do I need to do?
Right.
I mean, I can go in here and do an advanced manual override on the style sheet if I want to get funky. But you know what? I'm just going to click Create Page. I give it a name. I told it I wanted it to be a forum. And now when I come over here and see what it looks like for you guys, I click right in there. Bam, got a form.
Wow.
I'm going to create a new post.
There's no
say,
worrying about, your PHP version is off or your MySQL, chmod and stuff. It's basically click and go.
Yeah, so now I'm entering Darren's Wii code, which that isn't it, but I'll
Wow,
pop
that's a
it in there.
badass Wii code.
It's a really long one. And then I just click enable the page. It's enabled.
Wow.
So everybody can go and play with it. So hook us up with your friend codes so that we can hit you up on Xbox Live.
A lot of people have been asking about that, actually.
Yeah, and
because
you know
we
what?
play a lot of
We're gonna
online
play
games.
some. I'm gonna play some Wii bowling with some people,
Okay.
and maybe some Smash Brothers Brawl. Let's hook it up.
Sounds
Smash
good.
Brothers. Let's go. So anyway, thanks Squarespace for that, because that's where you can go and get your own pages that are that easy to create. It is just simply squarespace.com, and if you enter code HAK5, you can get, 10%?
It's 10% off the life of your account over at squarespace.com. Coupon code HAK5.
Use it for corporate sites, use it for blogs, use it for
Entire web pages. I mean,
or just a photo gallery of your
portals.
kittens.
Or kittens.
There you go.
I like kitties.
Nice. So do we have anything else before we have to get out of here?
We got a question from Anthony.
Okay.
Anthony wants to know. Happy New Year.
Well, Happy New Year to you!
It is 12 hours
The
from,
comet didn't destroy us.
yeah. And what are your favorite hacker cocktails?
I wonder if anybody even knows what I'm referring to if I say it talks on a rampage. Don't drink it. Snubs is like freaking out. What is it, Snubs? Is she gonna come and talk into my chest or something?
Caesars.
Okay, so Snubs like the Caesars. It's some Canadian thing.
It's
They're like,
delicious.
yeah, they're like pot and stuff, whatever.
They're
Like
amazing.
pot?
Hot.
Oh.
H-O-T, not
Oh,
P-O-T.
like Tabasco hot,
Yeah,
not like-
not like that.
Like,
Woo! Yeah.
I am, Paul and I are actually Paul's a vodka tonic kind of guy. I thoroughly enjoy vodka and cran, and I will also go with the Hellfire sometimes.
I don't even know what Hellfire is, but it's in the lower third. Badass
Yes,
cool.
it
I
is.
just learned something new.
There you go.
So
So
you guys know mine. It's a bondage is no problem. Vodka, rum, gin, triple sec, orange juice, cranberry juice.
is that the
pineapple
problem or the
juice.
solution?
Oh, that's okay. The solution is orange juice, French Kiss, which is a what is it? Vanilla
Vanilla
liqueur,
liqueur.
and Sprite. So yeah, that's the
So you've got the
solution.
problem and you got the solution.
The solution is basically the
So
same
it's
thing. But
bondage
substitute.
with solution? Bondage, yes, solution?
You can do it that way if you want. You just mix it all together.
I like it.
All right.
So we want to let you guys know, feedback at hak5.org. Hit the forums at forums.hak5.org.
Check out the shirts and other Revision 3 swag over at revision3.com/store.
We've got a bunch of sticker designs that are coming.
Yeah.
And Darren is actually doing some package food for you guys. He's got a really great setup coming up.
No announcement. Well,
Well,
if
yeah,
they're there, they're there.
I'm not announcing anything. I'm just saying, if you're into the Trust Your Technolust and the Hak5 stickers and stuff like that, you'll be blown away by what Darren's putting together for you. He's actually doing some work during the regular hours of the day instead of. No, you cannot has. No. I will seriously destroy this.
All right, so with all that said, we're reminding you to trust your Technolust. And thanks for being back.
I'm trying to grow a unicorn
Let's
scout.
go.
That's right, Paul. Drink some more beer, you fluffy hair motherfucker. What are you looking at me for? Show the shit!
What happened to him? Like seriously, he was normal like a moment ago.
I'll see you.
Hong Kong, Hong Kong, Hong Kong, Hong Kong. I own silver. Away!
All right, Matt's done being stupid.
No, you're never done being stupid.